Hey there everybody, Phil here for AndroidCentral.com, and here it is, the Droid X. We just saw it announced this morning, and let's unbox the little guy, huh? Well, hardly little, is it? Actually, surprisingly, it's a small box, but a huge phone. So don't worry, we're going to do a proper review and proper videos and all that stuff, and actually have really good stuff from the demo we saw at the announcement, but I want to show this to you as soon as we can. So here's the phone. It is big. It is 4.3 inches of Motorola big screen black slab goodness. Very, very thin, not thick at all for such a big phone. It's thinner than the definitely thinner than the Evo 4G, which unfortunately I did not bring here to New York with me. I wish I did. There you can see New York out there. Hi New York. So let's turn it on and see what we can see. Set up your Google account. No, I'll tell you what, let's skip all this and just go back to the home. I'll sign in later. So here you go. This does have a skin on it. Actually, it's not Moto Blur. Talking with the guys during the demo, it's a whole bunch of tweaks that kind of borrows from Blur originally, but it's not Moto Blur, so don't freak out about that. And actually, the tweaks they've done are much more sophisticated than Moto Blur. That was always one of my big complaints, is it just seemed kind of childish. And these are widgets that you want to use. There are some settings widgets up there that we see on other phones, and it's good to see here too. So weather widget, you can move things around just like normal. Different home screens, right? Let's see, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 home screens. That's nice to see. All you guys struggling with the Droid and its stock 5 will like that. You can put contacts up here, that's cool. We're gonna have to really dive into this user interface. I'm not even gonna begin to try to do it right now because there's a lot of stuff to it. You'll see some of it in the demo video. Here's the stock launcher. It's really fast, that's nice. I like that. Let's see what else. A lot of this you've already seen. If you haven't read about the specs, go read the specs list. There's 3G obviously, 4.3 inch screen. You got 8 megapixel camera with flash here on the back. That is nice. There are 3 microphones. You got one here for voice, that's normal. You have another one here that's used for video, exclusively for video. And then you have another up top that's for noise canceling. We're used to that from the Droid. The Nexus 1 has noise canceling, so that's good to see. But you got a third one that is exclusively for video. So they really are pushing the multimedia capabilities of this phone. Dual flash, by the way, not just one, but 2. Up top, you got your microphone jack, and the power button's in the middle. That's going to take a little getting used to, although it's not bad to reach. I hit it with my index finger just fine. A lock screen, we're used to that, right? That's normal. Battery manager. We have set off-peak hours. This is cool. Battery manager does some really nice stuff. Let me see if I can find it again. I particularly like this because I think it was in here. Battery manager. Set battery profile options. So you basically can tell it when to shut down the radios, which they do to save battery. I'm going to tell it to shut them off in the middle of the night, maybe, so I can quit getting emails from you guys at 2 a.m. Not that I don't love hearing from you, but I like to sleep a little. So, let's see, while we're diving around some settings. Unfortunately, it's launching with Android 2.1 and not Froyo. Froyo, by the way, was released, the code was released today, so we should start seeing custom ROMs pretty soon. I was a little surprised, especially when you heard that Adobe was going to be at this announcement too, and they were. And they talked about Froyo, and they talked about Flash, both of which are coming to the Droid X and to the Droid at the same time later this summer. Don't exactly know when yet. But you know what, that makes sense. Google just released the code today, so it's kind of nice to see that they didn't play favorites, right? I mean, Google's all about open source and being fair and all that good stuff. So Motorola didn't get it before everybody else. That's good and that's bad. We're all going to have to live with the decision. No point whining about it now, right? See, there's that little tips widget that we actually see in Froyo, in the early Froyo builds we've seen. So that confused a few people, I understand. So there you go. Volume rocker up here. That's normal. Camera button. That will activate the camera, and when you want to take a picture, come on. Maybe it doesn't turn on the camera. There we go. And then when you want to actually take a picture, alright, well, I'm going to have to play with that. It's probably freaking out because I'm so close to the table. There we go. You press it again and it autofocuses, then you can take a picture. Cool. Let's see what else we want to play with here. Let's look at some of the apps that are on here. 3G mobile hotspot. It'll do that over Wi-Fi. It's an extra $20 a month for 2 gigabytes of data. Anything over that is 5 cents a megabyte, we were told. Alarm and timer, Amazon MP3 backup assistant. That is mainly for people who are moving to this phone from other devices. Any of the Verizon Brew devices that are out there, it'll help move your contacts over. I would say just get everything into Gmail first and you'll be much happier. Blockbuster, we've already seen that. We demoed that back at CTIA. There's a camera. This thing has a really cool car dock. I like that a lot. Look at the size of these buttons. They're huge. The car dock's gotten improved in Froyo, but this thing takes it to just a whole nother level. You know, you have 6 buttons here, and they're ginormous. Let's see what else. City ID, we've seen that before. DLNA, that will stream media to TVs, to anything that's DNLA capable. Think of it like wireless media streaming. Emergency alert messages. Not sure what that is. Interesting. You see I held down the home button and you get your quick launcher again. FM radio. Cool. You're going to need headphones plugged in to make that work. Oh, you get a file manager built in. Interesting. I wonder what that will do to the Astro fans. Let's see if we have any. We don't have any photos on here. So we're going to have to take some and show you, but the gallery app on this is very cool. You'll see that in another demo. Messaging, media share, Skype. Skype is built in by default. Voice command, YouTube. Cool. Let's see what else. And you're seeing this with me really for the first time. I saw it in the demo, but this is the first time that I'm holding it and really playing with it. Take a look at the wallpapers, live wallpapers. Droid X. I think that's what's on there now. No custom wallpapers other than that. That's what we already have on there. You see the little droid eye moves around. Sorry, the phone's so big, you got to back up on it, don't you? Let's see what else. Usual settings, you got HDMI settings, because this does indeed have HDMI out, in addition to the micro USB. Accounts. Not sure if you saw that earlier, but you have all sorts of accounts you can add in here. The backup assistant account, Facebook, PhotoBucket, Twitter, visual voicemail, Picasa, Google Corporate Sync, which is Exchange, regular email, Popmail, IMAP, whatever, MySpace, Skype, and Yahoo Mail. We haven't looked at it yet, but Swipe is built in, and in addition to Swipe, let me see if I can, yeah, there we go. In addition to Swipe, and you've seen Swipe before, we're not going to demo it now, but you also have true multi-touch keyboard, right? So say I'm just typing around and I want to do a capital letter, and then I can go back. How about that? Hold down Shift, type, then let go. Very, very cool. Let's see what else we can find. We already saw some of these. You know what we should talk about is the bar down here at the bottom. This looks a little different, right? So you got a phone dialer. No recent calls. I'm not actually logged into this yet, so that's why we don't see any. You got a phone dialer, your app launcher, and then I assume that's contacts. Yep. I don't have any contacts in here yet, like we just saw. Let's look at the browser real fast and see what we get. Looks like a browser to me. Again, Flash is not built in yet. We're going to have to wait for Froyo for that. Sorry. Alright, there's a very, very quick look at the Droid X. We will absolutely have more over the coming days and weeks. So stay tuned, and we'll see y'all later.